Auburn recruiting is red hot. You can have your cold summer if you want, but Auburn recruiting is getting hot at the right time. Just this weekend, corner Blake Woodby, he commits. Defensive lineman Antonio Coleman flips from Bama to Auburn. The Tigers also add a huge 2026 piece to their class. Overall, it was just a historic Big Cat weekend. Now, we're going to break it all down in this video. I got Jeffrey Lee from Auburn live here. But first, Auburn fans, this is an exciting time. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the On3 Recruits channel. We love talking Auburn recruiting, and it's about to get fun. Make sure you guys are subscribed. All right, let's bring in Jeffrey Lee from Auburn live. And we're going to talk about this Antonio Coleman flip, reflip, however you want to call it. But I'm eyeing up another flip. What's up with wide receiver Derek Smith? The wide receiver who's committed to Alabama was at Big Cat weekend, and rumors are swirling that there could be another Bama flip in the works.
Definitely the mystery of the weekend, Josh. You know, he has been committed to Alabama since March. Seemed fairly solid to Alabama. Auburn has continued to push. Charles Kelly, Marcus Davis, Hugh Freeze, all three of those guys have really prioritized Derek Smith. They got him in for an official visit back in June, and then got him back, I thought, more importantly, for Big Cat on Saturday. And he was a late arrival. He arrived about 1:15 Saturday afternoon and really didn't participate in the groups of all the recruits. He was more getting some exclusive attention from the coaches and whatnot, and he ended up staying until late Saturday night. There were absolutely rumors of a flip as early as Saturday afternoon. Then it was Saturday night. And then, of course, nothing has happened as of Sunday afternoon. And curious to see, I think he was expected to go to Bama's cookout, Bama's barbecue on Sunday. And, as of this taping, had not confirmed whether or not he had made it.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on him. Now, another one that we're keeping an eye on is the top player in the state of Alabama, Naim Ali. But he's committed to Ohio State. However, he showed up at Big Cat weekend, and I was reading Auburn Live, and it seemed a bit of a surprise, a bit of a shock to see Alford on campus. So, Jeff, what's up with that?
Yeah, he told us after an official visit that he was going to be at Big Cat. Well, then the weeks leading up to Big Cat, it was, I'm going to Oregon. And then it was, I'm going to Ohio State. And then all of a sudden, Saturday, he shows up at Auburn, and got to talk to him after that visit. Now, he said, I couldn't make things work out with Oregon. I couldn't make things work out with Ohio State. So basically, Auburn was the default. It was my choice by default. I wouldn't read too much into that, though. Just talking to some sources close to him, I think Auburn's got a better shot here than most people, including myself, have given them. Wow. I think Hugh Freeze has absolutely made this guy his number one priority in this class, and it's going to be tough to tell Hugh Freeze no. He's going to make it tough for Naim Ali to tell him no. So certainly something to keep. Josh, this is probably going to be the guy that on signing day we're all, what do you hear? What do you hear? And I feel like Naim Ali might be that guy going into signing day, whether or not Auburn can keep him in state or if he might head to Ohio State.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wait on Naim Ali. I have a feeling I agree with you. It'll be a down the road type situation there. Now, Mississippi linebacker Tyler Lockart. This is an intriguing recruitment because he once decommitted from Auburn just recently, and now he's back on campus. And we know that Auburn needs linebackers. They really like Tyler Lockart. So do you think this is a situation where Auburn could get him back on their commit list?
So weird, the new age recruiting. When used to be when kids decommitted from a school, it was
Write
done.
them off. It's over.
Write them off. Quit covering them. Don't know where they're going. Don't care. Now we've seen Hollis Davidson decommit from Auburn. 2 months later, he recommits to Auburn. We've seen Antonio Coleman commit to Alabama twice, flip to Auburn twice. Right. So a lot different age of recruiting than what we're typically used to, us old heads, as they would say, Josh. So Tyler Lockart decommits from Auburn, and the writing's on the wall for in-state Mississippi State. His brother's there. He's an in-state school. Mississippi State absolutely prioritizing this kid. Why else would he decommit from Auburn if he wasn't going to go to Mississippi State and be done with it? And then all of a sudden, here he comes back to Auburn. He did not – he doesn't say much anyways, Josh, but he did passively decline an exit interview yesterday. But I will say Auburn is cautiously optimistic here. They know there's a big uphill battle to climb with Tyler and his mom and his brother and the Mississippi State team. But getting him back on campus Saturday was very significant for Auburn in their hopes and efforts to get him back in the class.
Okay. Now, we know that Big Hat Weekend provided a lot of fireworks, but could there be more coming tomorrow? Monday, Anquan Fagan, the safety out of Alabama, is going to make his decision right here on the On3 Recruits channel. We know he took an LSU visit. Is he going to be at Alabama today? I think that was on his schedule at least. He was at Auburn. Do you think that Anquan Fagan could be the next commitment for the Auburn Tigers?
Maybe not. And I'll tell you why. He's got a teammate by the name of John Allen McGuire, who's the number 2 punter in the country. He was at Big Cat on Saturday. Punters and kickers don't get a lot of pub. No. You know, we hardly mention them. We should. But I do think John Allen McGuire, he got an offer from Auburn on Saturday. He's the number 2 punter. He goes to Thompson with Fagans and Jared Smith. I think actually he could commit to Auburn Sunday night or Monday morning. Obviously keeping an eye on Derek Smith, but then Anquan Fagan's, Josh, and I think I said last week on your show, I think this was over a long time ago. Yeah. I talked to Anquan Fagan Saturday after the Big Cat visit, and I still feel that way. I'll be absolutely shocked if he doesn't join this class, Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's going to be Monday at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Central.
Okay. That's afternoon in Alabama.
Central, right here on the On3 Recruits channel.
6 p.m. Central?
Yeah, 6 p.m.
Okay, good. I'll mark that down.
Okay. So who else? Well, actually, let me talk about Antonio Coleman for a second. Antonio Coleman, now that he's committed to Auburn fans are done worrying about him, right? It's over.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this, Josh, and I wanted to tell the Auburn fans this as well. As confident as you can be in this kid, I would be if I'm an Auburn fan or an analyst or anything else. I think Auburn had put the screws in this as saying, if you recommit to us, you're done.
Okay.
You're not visiting anywhere else. You're done. You're committed, and we're not playing any more games. If it was, and I almost think it was like, if you come, don't even show up to Big Cat if you're not coming to join this class. Because Antonio Coleman, we've never seen that before. And it's not just the 2 schools. It's the 2 in-state schools, and not just any in-state schools. This is Alabama and Auburn for an in-state kid. And, commits to Alabama, flips to Auburn, flips to Alabama. Now he's flipped back to Auburn. I think Auburn's to the point where if we hear anything about you going anywhere, I think it's over. And if it's not, they'll be done with him.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a tough decision for him to be choosing between those 2 in-state schools. But I think he's had a little taste of both, and now he's done. So we'll see.
I think it says a lot. It says a lot that he did not go to Alabama's barbecue on Sunday.
There you have it.
That he was supposed to be.
All right. Anybody else that Auburn fans should be feeling good about coming out of Big Cat Weekend?
Sam Turner, he is a 3-star wide receiver from the Atlanta area. He's committed to Georgia Tech. Auburn made a big push for him Saturday. He's going to have a final decision. The kids that are committed elsewhere always have the final decision. Right. He's going to have the final decision sometime before the first week of school, so maybe first week of August. I think Auburn is absolutely in play for him. I think we can continue to keep an eye on that quarterback position. Most notably Deuce Knight, the Notre Dame commitment. I'm keeping an eye on him for Auburn. And, of course, Jared Smith on Saturday. And Usman Kroma, not very good at that name, but Mr. Kroma hinted that he might like to have a decision August 11th-ish. Auburn, Florida State seemed to be the top 2 schools for him. He was back on campus Saturday for Big Cat, so definitely be keeping an eye out for him as well.
All right, Auburn fans, let us know a historic Big Cat Weekend. Who are you guys feeling good about? Let us know. Comment section below. Well, you've made it to the end of today's video, but there's hundreds more videos on the On3 Recruits channel for you to check out. And also, while you're here, hit subscribe.